My lovely people, as many of you may know, if you guys follow politics and you do your own thing, you like watching the videos, you like following the drama, you like following the figures and everything, then you're most certainly aware of Nick Fuentes. Nicholas J, don't know what the J stands for. I'm going to assume it stands for Juan. Nicholas Juan Fuentes is possibly the most famous neo-Nazi figure on the internet, and he's got a particularly large audience of Zoomers. And of course, when you're an open Nazi on the internet, eventually some platform is gonna yeet you, okay? Eventually, they're gonna do it. And sure enough, I believe YouTube, Twitch, Twitter at this point, I know Twitter just got him, Facebook, Mixer, when that was a thing. List any platform where you can, like, upload content, and Nick Fuentes has been banned from it, which is obviously a big problem for him, right? Because, well, let's just say when you're talking about the Jews running the world and how we need to do a Holocaust and how gay people are degenerate, platforms aren't a big fan of that when they're trying to remain family friendly and friendly to advertisers. So Nick Fuentes was banned from all these platforms, and when you're a content creator trying to spread ideas, getting banned from the largest platforms on the internet is never going to be good for you. It's never good for you. Being kicked off of YouTube is very, very bad because then you can no longer reach new people on YouTube. So that leads us to the topic of today's stream. Why are we talking about Nick Fuentes when he's been banned from every single relevant platform and he no longer has much of an ability to bring on new people? Well, for one, I think this is pretty funny. I scheduled my stream. This is my stream right here. This is it, live right now, 194 viewers. I scheduled my stream last night and obviously made this the title and everything. Ignore the fact that we're now going into the Shadow Realm right now. But the Nazis went ahead and mass disliked my stream when I scheduled it last night. And obviously you can see, the Nazis joining the chat and getting banned every few minutes. They've been raiding all stream. It's been quite consistent and quite wild. Anyway, so why are the Groypers so mad? Why are they mass disliking the stream and making alts to come join the stream? Well, because I am about to criticize Nick Fuentes for an extremely desperate and pathetic move on his part. Though I have to admit, it's logically sound for him to do so, of course. Today we're talking about a brand new Nazi streaming website, and I gotta say the branding for it is just amazing. I cannot imagine a world in which this website catches on and actually becomes big, considering at the moment, seeing as they created the website. Currently, the only 3 streamers on the website are Nick Fuentes, a guy named Jaden who I didn't recognize, so I clicked on his stream when he was live last night and he was talking about the Jewish question, and this guy named Vince James who's also a Nazi and does right-wing politics. So considering these guys have been banned off of every mainstream platform, they've now got together and made their own brand new free speech Nazi streaming platform. Now, I'm going to make a prediction right now. 2 things are going to happen, okay? One of these 2 things is going to happen, or both of them, but probably one of these 2. One, this website is going to be shut down very quickly. Whoever it's being hosted through or whatever is going to, there's going to be complaints. They're going to find out what this is. It's going to get shut down, just like 8chan and stuff like that have been shut down in the past. Or before that happens, it is going to become a haven for pedophiles and child porn. This streaming site will have several channels streaming out child porn 24/7 that the Nazis can go jerk off to in between their sessions of watching Nick Fuentes, because that's what they do. And consolidating that all to one platform. Honestly, that's a smart business model for the Nazis. Consolidating the Nazis' regular consumption of child porn and their regular consumption of Nick Fuentes content into like one place. That's a good business model right there. Though I can't say that is the Nazis practicing what they preach. Well, I guess it kind of is. For those of you wondering why I keep calling Nick Fuentes and his fans pedophiles, I'll go ahead and I'll play this segment really quick. This quote even kind of pissed off his own fans because, here it is. Re-upload Nick Fuentes on the age of consent.
That's the most difficult part because a lot of people don't like this.
I want you to keep an eye on the chat here and just see how much copium they start huffing in a moment when they realize, oh, fuck. Nick Fuentes is a pedophile. Ah, shit. I'm a fan of this guy. Oh, Scrimzox. It's just a Nick Fuentes fan raid.
I'll say, too, the whole age of consent thing is really a feminist social construct. I'll just put that out there. Because what are we really talking about here? Why are people so upset if somebody is 17 rather than 18? Well, that's because in the state of Florida, the age...
I like how someone in the chat said, I want a 17-year-old GF.
of consent is 18.
Babe, you can't play this on Twitch? I don't give a fuck about my Twitch account.
It just so happens that the age of consent in Illinois is 17, and in other states, it's 16. And it varies from country to country and state to state. But if the age of consent is 18 in Florida, then it is the worst thing possible that you're, dating somebody that's a year younger, right? End of the world.
He's not even correct about this. He's not even correct about this. That's not even how the age of consent laws in America even work. I'm from Florida. I know how the laws work there. If you're 18 and you're dating a 17-year-old, you're fucking fine. There's there's examples and exemptions in the law for when it's like, okay, this person's a teenager, this person's a teenager. There's not a big age gap between them. Like one person's 17, one person's 18. It's not illegal in Florida. I think they're called Romeo and Juliet laws. Like, he's not even right about this, but also he just wants to fuck kids.
I will say that, let's think about what's really going on here. Age of consent means the age at which an adult can consent. Do we really believe that you have to be 18 years old in order to consent to sex? Otherwise, it's rape? Are we really supposed to believe that people, adults, grown adults who are past the point of puberty engage in a relationship and that becomes a rape? To me, what I think...
Jewish feminists invented 18. Hitler was 23 years older than Ava. God, I love reading Nick Fuentes' chat. This person, oh my god, I love this one. This person saying, Nick, no! That Bruh27 was a true believer, okay? Bruh27 was a true believer. Bruh27 truly believed that Nick Fuentes was like this shining sentinel fighting off the lefty pedophile brigade, and then quickly realized there, like, oh, fuck. Nick Fuentes is a pedo. Shit.
I think age of consent is about is really, and I've said this before on the show, it's not a new take. I think what it's really about is artificially increasing.
Well, actually, Scrimzox, if you want to go with the based Vosh age of consent argument, the age of consent should be 25. Like, the age to consent, like, legitimately, like, if we're talking about when human beings are at their most mentally, on average, on their most mentally mature and capable of recognizing the consequences of their actions, 25 is when most humans have fully developed their brain. There's a reason why until you're 25 years old, your insurance is so much higher. Like car insurance especially, because if you're under 25, you're going to make bad decisions in traffic when you're driving more often than if you're like 25 or older. Yeah. I would actually argue that 25 would be a more reasonable age of consent than 16 or 18. Only can have sex at 25, not before, not after. The only problem with at least that I can think of off the top of my head with making the age of consent 25 is that you could possibly have issues where it's like, okay, does that mean a 24-year-old can fuck a 16-year-old now? That's not okay. So you'd have to do it in tiers, right? Like maybe 18 is like one of the tiers, something like that. Like if you're under 25, you can't fuck like a 40-year-old and have it be legal. I don't know. Let's continue.
The sexual marketplace value of older women. I think that's really what it's about. I think a lot of people understand that. It's really about propping up people who are past the point of their child rearing years or their child birthing years, past their prime, maybe their looks are gone, their fertility is gone, and they are.
Look at the copium in the chat spamming Vosh moment as he's going off on a pedophile tangent. Brain dev is done at the age, yes, but at 18 you can understand consenting sexually. You've developed cognitive functions around that age, right? Yeah, but I'd make the argument that a lot of people, whether they realize it or not, if they have sex by the age of 18, in many cases, they're probably going to end up regretting, like, if they, let's say they lose their virginity at 18. I lost my virginity at 18, and I wish I'd waited a while longer and lost my virginity to someone I cared about more, frankly. I was just, like, lost in the sauce, and it was like, ooh, pussy, titties, ass, and went for it, and, I don't give a fuck about that girl to this day. I would have probably been a lot happier had I held on to that for someone a little more special, at least. Maybe not someone I would have married, lived with for the rest of my life, but, you know, maybe somebody who I would, you know, who I cared about a little more.
Are sort of protected by this very modern, very Western social stigma around young.
Okay, now his chat spamming no eggs. Anyway, pedophile Nick Fuentes, of course. And he's gone on multiple rants like this. You can just look it up. Anyway, created a new streaming platform. Big ol' Nazi streaming platform. Right now, it's just Vince James, Jaden something, and Nick Fuentes. We'll see if this platform picks up. I have seen some people that I associate with who have, whether it be a meme or not on Twitter, I actually don't know, have sort of shouted out this website. I'm looking at Augie in particular. Bro, Augie, why are you hype posting about a website that exclusively hosts Nick Fuentes, this guy who I saw talking about the JQ last night, and Vince James, who is also a Nazi? Augie, why are you acting sus, bro? What the fuck? I hope you were memeing. Anyway, this website's probably gonna get shut down. Oh, listen, lawnmower out there. Oh, isn't that nice? Listen to that lawnmower. Thank you. I appreciate that. Morning streams, guys. Good old lawnmower outside. Same here, lol, but were you aware of what you were consenting to? Honestly, Scrimzox, until you've had sex for the first time, I don't think anybody can know what they're consenting to when it comes to sex. Because, I don't think a single person who's had sex for the first time ever thought it was exactly how they thought it was going to be before they did. Even if especially if you've watched a ton of porn. I really don't think anybody who's, like, lost their virginity, if you ask them, like, is it how you expected it would be? Like, are the implications how you expected? I don't think they'd say, yeah. I don't think they would. I don't think so. I don't think so. All right. Anyway, new Nazi platform. So this platform is either going to be shut down in the near future because whoever is hosting or whatever finds out that all the people on it are Nazis. I mean, Nick Fuentes was even banned from fucking D-Live. I'm not kidding. Nick Fuentes got banned from fucking D-Live, dude. He got banned from D-Live, all right? So now that he's moved to this website, I'm very curious what's going to happen. I think it's going to be just like every other free speech right-wing platform that Nazis have made in the past. It's going to be full of child porn and, like, gore and stuff like that, and then it's going to get shut down. So that'd be pretty funny. Anyway, just a little update on the Nazi copium. Thought that could be kind of fun to watch, seeing as, like, people like Nick Fuentes and whatnot have been sort of secluded to the darkest, dankest corners of the internet where they have no ability to reach new people, which is just fantastic to me. And, yeah, it's going to be fun. Nick is the only reason you're relevant for like 2 seconds. I've barely even ever talked about Nick Fuentes, my friend. Anyway, with all of that said, that's all I have to say about it. Let's go play some Walking Dead, huh? If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, ring the bell icon, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, follow my social media, all linked down below. You can support me financially by donating if you feel like it, if you got the money for it and you want to. And yeah, no matter how you support the channel, I really appreciate it. Subscribe and ring that motherfucking bell icon. Alrighty, have a good one.